Okay, so I'll watch you guys practice. I'll call it. I still have my finger problem. I don't want to hurt myself. Okay. Prepare. Opening. That's what you call it. 3 rings around the moon. 1, 2, 3. Big Dipper. Swallow skims the water. Black and sweet. Right. Left. Little Dipper. Swallow returns to nest. Agile cat catches a mouse. Phoenix lifts its head. Wasp enters the cave. Phoenix opens right wing. Little Dipper. Phoenix opens left wing. Step first. Waiting for fish. Poking the grass. Seeking the snake. 1, 2, 3. Embracing the moon. Birds lodge in the forest. Black dragon swings his tail. Remember to turn your body. Green dragon comes out of the water. Wind blows the lotus leaves. Lion shakes his head. 1, 2. Tiger covers his head. And wild stallion jumps the ravine. Wild horse jumps the ravine. Reining in the stallion. And compass. Don't stand up. Then dusting in the wind. 2. 3. Pushing the canoe with the current. Step first. Then comet chases the moon. Heavenly horses fly over waterfall. Lifting the curtain. Left cartwheel. Right cartwheel. Swallow picks up earth in its beak. Pung was it?
Rock extends its
Rock
wing.
extends its wing. Scooping the moon from sea bottom.
Fishing for the moon at the sea bottom.
Nudja explores the sea. Rhino looks at the moon. Turn to look at the moon. Shooting the goose. Green dragon shows claw. Phoenix opens both wings. Block and sweep. Step forward and block up. 1. 2. Shooting the goose, 2. White ape presents fruit. Step back, falling flowers, 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Fair lady works shuttles. 1. I mean, just 1. White tiger swings his tail. And that's it, right?
Tiger covers its head.
No, that's as far as we got.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's pretty good. Let's see, I have a couple things. You have anything, Nancy? You're making a list. Okay. Oh, we do this step back falling flowers. You need to make sure you do this. Look. Like this. 1, okay, here. For 2, your left hand has, you try to turn to the right, and the left hand has to go to the right. And then when you step, then open, and then close. So we can't, so be careful. We can't just go like this and just do the sword, okay? We can't just do the sword. The left hand has to do something. All right, so that's one place. There's a couple other places that I might have said the left hand has to go to. And then we have this one, for instance, it's the it was okay from here, I think. Back and turn, then here and step. You need to step first, then shift and circle the sword, okay, and then push it forward. So you have to be careful and not, you can't go like this here and then stepping and starting to move the sword, okay? You need to step first. So you're like this, back and turn, then here step, don't change your upper body, okay? Then circle and step, okay? Right. So whenever we're going to use, especially the sword, I mean, when we use the weapon, then we need to have both feet on the ground generally. Now the left hand sometimes, like for this one here, the left hand here, okay, then here, and then I'm stepping and my left hand's going, my left hand's not really doing anything, okay, really. So I'm not striking with, but I need to have both feet on the ground to do this, okay? Both feet on the ground to use the sword. The sword, maybe imagine it being twice as heavy, right? So you feel to move it around. To move it, you need your whole body, okay? Your whole body moving to move it. You can't just swing it around, okay? Like it doesn't weigh anything. So just imagine it maybe heavier, and that will make you feel like you need to, get ready for it. Another thing was, like for instance, from here. Here's this one here. The second one, here, step here, and then step back. Oh, that's very similar. But what I want you to do here is, from here, I want you to be careful. Bring your left hand in and and put the tip up and step. When you shift back, look, don't move them. Step, circle. So I want you to be careful. I won't name names. I want you to be careful and go like this, and don't go like, when you step and go like, get ready, lift it up, right? Now I'm going to circle it, lift it up, and now I'm going to do it, okay? If you imagine it's heavy, when you're not moving it, it's staying still, right? You can't just lift it up and down. It's heavy. So you want to move it. So it's just similar. That's a similar idea. You want to move it. You bring it here with push down to get it to come up. Step, shift back. It's not doing anything. Then when you move your body, then it moves. So this, don't lift it up and down, getting ready to swing. I'm going to swing it, so I'm going to lift it up. Now I'm going to swing it down. Okay, keep it not moving, unmoving. Okay, imagine it heavier maybe. Anything else, Nancy? Lots of few things to similar idea to better handle the sword. Let's, what did we do last week then? We did, we did this one, right?
White tiger.
We started learning, okay. So, from here, white tiger,
That's not white tiger. You're gonna go into Fair
Fair
Lady.
Lady, step and bring your hand close to your shoulder. Just bring it like levelly across. And now it's pointed down though. So from here to here, and step for a bow stance. Then thrust and close your right foot. Okay? So let me see you do it. You do it a few times. Feel your body turning to thrust it. Good, that's good, Alan.
Have your left foot, yeah, there you go, Kelly.
Rita, it ends with your left hand above your head. Left hand above, yeah, at the end, okay? There you go. That's Fair Lady. Okay. So kind of simple, I think. The movement is just 1, 2, right? So that's instead of 4. So the counting to 4 is a difficult movement, normal movement, and this is only 1, 2. All right, so that's good. I want you to be a little bit careful then and look like this, something like this. Here, 1, 2, okay? And so just keep moving, all right? As soon as you touch the floor, you're thrusting, all right? So just don't pause too much once you get ready to, don't pause here and then do it. Just one movement, basically, okay? Good. Okay. All right, so that's pretty good. The next one is white tiger swings his tail. So from here, 1 is back and tip up and point your toe to the straight direction, your left toe. Back and turn a little, point your toe to the straight direction. Then shift to the left and step 2. And step, just pick your foot up, put it back down for a bow stance. Then 3, circle and tip up and bring your left hand in front of your shoulder, by your shoulder. And you're still looking in the sword direction, basically. Then quickly look forward and point out. So quickly look, point a little slower. Okay. All right, so you do it.
From Fair Lady.
Ellen looks good. Keep the sword in front, okay, in the pointing direction, in the straight direction. Here, look this way, here. Keep the sword, look at here, not here, okay, here. Full, your arm in your leg direction, okay, not off to the side here. Your arm in your leg direction. Okay. All right. Any questions on those 2 movements? Looks good. All right, we'll go on then. And then oh, that was it, right? That's all we did, right? Somehow we took a break last week. I forget.
It was hot.
I might be sweating a lot. Maybe that's why. Okay, so we'll go on. The next one is a repeat movement. And I just watched the video, so I have something to say about the previous ones that it is a repeat movement of. So it looks like this. I'll show you this direction. I'll show you this direction. 1, open your toe to the left toe to the corner. 2, shift left, open your arms, close your arms, and stand up. Oh, that's tiger covers his head. So, okay, this is not the one that I'm going to talk more about, but that's also a repeat movement. Tiger, I'll do both. Tiger covers his head. Then this is fish jumps over the dragon gate, and this is just the hop and thrust movement that is a repeat, basically, of the
Mustang jumps.
Mustang jumps over the ravine. So here's the differences. There's 3 of them that we do this hop and thrust. The first one, the first one is
Agile cat.
Agile cat.
Agile cat. So agile cat is you shift, and you sit and step basically right where your foot lands when you sit. Then you hop up and make a little pouncing kind of thing like a cat. And coming down, you separate your hands and step out for a bow stance and thrust. This is done at the corner, but I'll just do it this direction. Okay. So maybe the biggest difference is the hands separated. We all know that difference. But the footwork is very, very short. Sit and step, and you just touch there, and then you do it from there. Up and a little pouncing type of jump. The stallion jumps, wild horse jumps the ravine. You sit and step. All right, so we do it from here. That's a little bit different here. And you go like this, and then you sit and step, and you reach. Okay, you step forward, and you jump forward. Okay, and thrust. So jumping a ravine, there's a gap. You have to jump far, okay, to do it. All right, that's the second one. This third one still is done the same way, but just what you imagine. So the fish jumps over the dragon gate. The idea is the dragon gate is high, and we all know the story. Every Chinese schoolboy that that's how you can become a dragon, and that's why it's called the dragon gate. So a fish aspires, right? It's going to work hard and get strong, and then it's going to be able to jump over the dragon gate and become a dragon. And so we want to jump higher then. Now, I have bad knees, so I'm not going to jump, but we'll talk about it. So here, you sit and step, and instead of that really long jump, just a little bit longer. Okay, a little bit. Here, straight down, a little bit forward. Okay, a little bit forward, and then up, not very far. Okay, and then thrust. That's it. Try to jump up a little bit more, if you can jump. Okay, so that's the idea. The first one is small, the cat catching a mouse, just a little pouncing one. The second one, long, but still try to keep your balance, right? So I don't want you to do it like, you gotta be careful, I think, and not do this. It's easy to do this, here, and then, jumping and doing it. When you land, we want to be balanced and not falling. But still make it as long as you can. And the third one is just a in-between step for this one, a little bit longer, and then feel up, and then thrust, okay? So that's the differences between those 3. And it is just basically a repetition of wild horse jumps the ravine. So let's see you do these 2. So the one that is a little bit of different transition is this one, and then we'll do both of them. So from here, it's like this. 1, open your toe to the corner. 2, shift to the left, open your arms. Turn your palms up a little bit, open your hand, make palm open. And then standing up, this is a little hard, and close and stand up in one movement, okay, to here. So that's tiger covers his head. Okay, so we'll do it together. I'm using my red sword today, so yeah, let me know if there's any problem. Remember, here, the blade is flat going forward direction at the end of this one, okay, here. Then, 1, open your toe. 2, shift and open your arms, turn a little palm up, I guess, and just touching with your right heel. 3, stand up and close your arms, get ready to jump. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Kelly?
Turn your volume up, Kelly. We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
It's almost like being muted. There you are.
Okay, so hang on. Okay, so when we started, our sword is pointing straight up. As we open, does our sword tilt at all?
Yes. Yes. So you want to go from here. I'll do it this direction. You want to go from here, and then 1, open your toe. 2, shift and open. And now you want it to basically tilt down. Like we do. Can you see?
So slightly behind as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just open your arms and tilt it down and put that back.
back. Okay,
It's kind of pointing corner direction.
okay,
And then from there, stand up and close. So, the times that we do this movement, this closing, remember, is using the tip to cut. So it's this kind of feeling. But we can't do, I don't think, very much of this kind of thing because we're just standing straight up. I think the other ones, we have some momentum and we can sort of feel it. We could do it better. But open and then close and pull it in.
thank you.
See, boy, we're making a lot of progress now since everything is repeating. But I predict we won't finish today, unfortunately. Next week. So yeah, on your own. Remember, when you bring it together, you're holding it in your fingers, okay? With your thumbs on the top, and it's in your fingers. And your left finger's under your right fingers. Okay, so we say holding incense. Okay. Yeah. You say it, Nancy. Go ahead. I give Nancy permission to make corrections. Nancy says, when you open your arms, don't stick your chest out. So that's too big. Just open your arms as big as you can without changing your body shape. Okay. All right. I can't grab it great. Okay, so we happy? We happy with this? It looks pretty good. It's, these two are repeat, basically. Okay, so the footwork is the only interesting thing, or the physically hard thing, I would say. So of the first one, of the covering, tiger covers his head. That's a little bit hard thing to do. Put it back on everybody. All right, so we'll go on. So this is the one that is actually kind of easy, I think, but people have trouble with it. So I guess I'm wrong. It's not easy. But it looks like this. So this is called black dragon wraps around the pole. And it looks like this. It's basically, if we talked about this before, I have talked about it before. How do you do, it's just basically this, to the left, we lift up and go like this, and that's deflecting to the left. And if you were deflecting to the right, you go like this. We do this one winding up, kind of. I mean, before we do little dipper, we do it right up like this, and we come around like that. And even the little dipper is deflecting up to the right. So left and right, and together, this is like how you do a figure eight. Okay, with the weapon, we do the figure eight up, 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 okay, with the weapon. All right, so that's basically what we're going to do. So it's easy. So I'll show it to you this direction. From here, where are we? We're like this. From here, you shift back, open, and up, and bring your foot in, and come down and step back out. Step straight with your toe open to the corner, and then with taking a step up, okay, and step. And we're stepping one line, two sides. So this is taking two steps. We're gonna take two steps. I'll show the next movement that goes with it, just so that it makes more sense. Here, then we step with the right foot and with the left foot, and step and thrust. So we take 2 steps and end up in a bow stance. Is that 2 steps? 1, 2,
3.
3 steps. 1, 2 steps, and then the third step is a bow stance. Okay, it's taking 3 steps altogether. All right, so we want to put them together.
Go that way.
Nancy's directing me over here. All right, I'll show this direction. So from here, we're like this. 1, up and step. 2, up and step. 1 line, 2 sides. And this one arm is up. That is dragon wraps around the pole. Dragon twists around the pole. Okay.
It wraps around the pole left and right.
Yes, so that's it. That's the end of that movement. This next one has a different name. So from here, we call this one, we used to call it fairy points away. I think we're calling immortal points away now. But that's what immortals are, fairies. Okay, so from here, step and open your left arm and bring your hand down by your hip, and then go into your bow stance, thrust. Okay, so this is very similar to something, if you've done the saber, it's very similar to saber move, right? I forget where do you start it. You go 3 steps, 1, 2, 3. Then you go up and down. Okay, this part is the same, basically. The up and up, left and right, and then we step different, and we do it and end up doing something different. But it's very similar. Okay, so let's look at it again. From here, 1, shift back and up and step. Then 2. Lift up and step, I think. All right, and that is, I think the step is part of it. We're not going to break it apart. We're not going to stop you, okay? Then it's going to continue into the next one. You go into your bow stance, and we take another step, and you open your left arm forward and drop this and turn it by your hip, okay? Kind of palm up, right? Flat now. And you're taking your step for your bow stance. And then 4, thrust out. I put them both together. Okay, but that's fairy points away. Okay.
So is the ending posture like a phoenix opens both wings?
No, it's similar. Phoenix opens both wings is, no, it's like, oh wait, well maybe it is the same. It is the same, I'm sorry. And then that's similar to, yeah, it's a little bit similar to the comet chase of the moon, right? Only that's the sword is standing, and here it's palm up, right? So yeah, the end position is like that. Lift your palm, the left palm. Your arm points back. Here's the corner, back a little bit more, and lean into it. So they all have that part the same. And the other one is the comet chase of the moon is to the corner, but it's standing because you were chopping with it, okay? So the body is basically the same, okay? Okay, so let's try to do these together, all right? Put these 2 together. So from here, well, let's do the footwork, just to make sure we understand the footwork. It's very simple. Footwork. From here. Back and pick your foot up, step, 1 line, 2 sides. Then second step, 1 line, 2 sides. Then step wider for a bow stance. Bow stance. Okay, what is it, Nancy?
I don't think we step for the second one. I think that's the transition into the other one.
What? Okay. So there's the stepping. The stepping is pick your foot up, bring it in, step 1 line, 2 sides. 2, step 1 line, 2 sides. 3, bow stance. Okay. 2 transition steps and 1 bow stance. Nancy, I think, is saying, I'm not totally sure, is that when you do this one, that maybe you don't step yet. Yeah, okay, I don't know. I have a lot of things on Rita's plate to look up. I don't want to keep hearing more and more. I just watched the video on this. I didn't pay that much attention, I guess. But I like to count steps. So it's close enough. We have to run it together. All right, so let's try it from here. 1, circle up and bring your foot in, step. 2, lift up and step. 3, drop your hip and step and thrust. Who's new today? Judy and Alan, I think. Everybody else already knows this part. So, all right, so we'll pay more attention to you guys. Okay, ready? From here. 1, back and circle up, step. Forward and circle up, step. Drop it to your hip and open your left arm and step. Thrust. Okay. You think you can do that? Can you do that, Alan?
I'm a little bit unsure what the left arm is doing, especially the second half of the move.
Okay, all right, so try to show it this way. So here, the left arm goes open and up, and then you step and it comes down. Now it's following, can you tell? And then it follows coming up on the right side, but it's not too high. It's maybe, shoulder high, right? And step. Now, when you start to go forward, you drop the sword to your hip, okay? The left hand, so this is what Nancy is saying. I believe this, she's right. So when you come up, your foot is more like this, okay? When you step, it's dropping and you step and you open your hand then, okay?
That is correct.
And then thrust. Have we done this before somewhere else? We do this in a few places where you wind up on the left and then you step and go like this, right? Open, and then you spin around. But before you're going to turn, you open your arm, and then your body's turning. You're kind of swinging it, and it opens sort of first. So like from here, and then you spin around. Okay, so it's that kind of a feeling. So once you kind of feel like you're wound up on the right, and then you step. Okay, I would say he teaches this way. You step and open, and then a big finish circle, and your arm keeps turning with your body. I probably actually don't do it that way, but I did just watch the video. Altogether, I would say it looks like this. Circle, circle, step, thrust. I have the feeling of unwinding and thrusting, okay, together. So, and the stepping is going in there with the opening, I guess, a little bit. That's good, Alan. That's pretty good. If you know the saber, then I think you want to have a similar feeling that you're continually moving and your body moving is what's causing everything else to move, okay? And so if you can coordinate that way, then you'll be successful and it'll be right, okay? And if you don't feel like that's going on, then you're probably right, it's not. You need to work on that. Well, that's pretty good. Okay, good. Caesar's good. Keep the tip pointing forward, Rita.
Okay, so here,
Okay, so no. So Rita,
no,
can you see me? I'll do it this direction. So from here, and the tip points forward. But then it comes down because you're circling it. And now it points forward, okay?
Kind of like a cartwheel, Rita.
From here,
oh,
from
okay,
here, keep it pointed forward, okay? Don't. If we did the figure 8, it would be like this. It would be changing, okay? Then it would change, okay? And in the saber, we do that. We do it like that, right? If we didn't have a turn in the saber, it would be like this. Here and step, okay? If we didn't have a turn to the corner. So then that would be a real figure 8, both sides. This is just a figure 8 on the left, and then the right is only up, then drop it and thrust, okay? So that's the end of the wrapping around the pole. You can say this is the wrapping part, okay? Wrap around the pole on the left and come up for like half of it. Then fairy points away, just drop it and thrust out, okay? There's not a fin, so it doesn't have the right side of the figure 8. But I like to talk about the figure 8, you know, to confuse you guys a little bit, so I make it a little harder. I hope it's making it hard enough. Otherwise, it would be too easy. I want you to have this feeling. I'll do it sideways. Look, I'll do this figure 8. I won't do it sideways. Sideways. Okay. Look here, here. Look, circle. My arm's straight almost. Here, big. Okay. So don't bring it up and make it too low. Higher. Okay. And then don't make it too low. High. Circle. Keep it extended the whole time. Swing your arm around. All right. Swing your whole arm. Imagine the sword being part of your arm. Swing your whole thing from your shoulder. Okay, shoulder circle. Yes, the shoulder circle, and then feel using your body. Swing it, swing it, swing it, swing it. Okay? Use your body to swing your arm around.
Then what happens to your left hand?
Well, when you
So
do the left
when
side,
you're here,
first you open and then come together. Then it follows to the right.
Like you're gonna do
Little dipper.
Little Dipper.
You know, that little dipper you do from here, and
okay.
you go open and then follow. Okay, open, close, follow. And we do the same thing for lifting the curtain, right? So from here we go open, come together, step, then follow down and back up. Okay. So those are all the same. Alan?
I think what's feeling weird to me is that when my left hand comes up here,
Yeah.
it feels like it's all a natural smooth circle, and then I suddenly change directions, and it feels like I'm not doing a nice circle or anything, and it feels like I've lost my energy or something. Am I doing it wrong?
Right. No, I understand that. Right. So I would say if you try it like this. So for instance, like this. Let's see, here, here, and step. And with step, feel going down a little bit. So you know how we do the knee brush? The knee brush goes up, push down, and out. We have this little circle to change the direction. So it isn't here and then straight out. It's a little curve to change it to go forward. So we're going to come up like this, and when you step, go down a little bit, okay, like the knee brush. And so a little circle to change the direction back out, forward.
I'll try that. Thank you.
Okay. So really you're going forward to be more level. So a little down and then before, level, not down and back up.
Alan, try
Oh,
making a
okay.
little bigger of a circle when you're going to the left initially, like you're gonna do a Little Dipper. Okay.
Oh, like this. Okay.
Big circle, Alan. Mm.
Bigger, Alan. So Alan, like this, from here, you're doing something like this. You're like lifting it like this. You're like bending your arm, lifting it.
Mhm.
It needs to be like this. Swing it. Swing it back and up, okay? Swing it up.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah, that's better.
Remember where it touches. When you touch somebody, because this is kind of a deflecting, this is a kind of a parry. So the further away they are, the less force you have to use. You touch them far away, you can use a lot less force. If they're close to you, now you have to do something to push them away from you. But if you touch them on the way and then they basically just stick to them, then they will miss you. Okay, so keep it extended and big, and that will make it less energy, less force you have to use against them. And the less that they will feel it is important for us.
Kelly, can you extend out a little bit more at the very end, or is it just because of where the window is? Okay.
Can you open your window?
No, I don't want her breaking her window. Or messing up her shade.
I do it, except there are children outside.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Don't want to shish kebab anybody.
Them. Okay. Okay,
Nice.
that's good, Alan. Okay, Rita. Rita, at the end, you're a little overdoing. So from here, like this. You're like this, hold on, and like this, and like this. Okay? So
Okay,
that's too much. That's too far,
okay.
just to there. You're still feeling open, but kind of level open, okay? Don't twist your body to point upward.
Nice. Good job. There
There you
you
go.
go.
That's good, Rita. That's good, Sadie.
Ellen has a lot of intent.
That's good. Okay, well, is that enough, Nancy?
Yeah.
Okay, we can go on, I guess. I don't think we can finish today still, because the last thing is kind of hard. But we can do the next one, which is not hard. The next one is called, it has two names. The first name, the name we usually use is Incense for Heaven.
Mhm.
So when you're done like this. You open your toe to the corner, your left toe to the corner. You swing up your arm up, and your left hand is going up, and you're turning down, okay? And you push it down into the sand, okay? You imagine, just like incense, you push into sand, up, down, okay? Planting it, okay? And that's what is it, Nancy?
Make sure they turn the right foot.
And you close your right foot. So you end up in a bow stance. And here, the blade should be flat going to the straight direction, okay? Or anyway, it's not pointing to the corner. Turn it so the blade is straight direction, okay? So that's pretty simple. There's not even, I think they're not even stepping. Let me think. Here. Oh, wait, no, you do step, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm wrong. I mean, I don't want to say I'm wrong. I could be better, more precise. You don't just turn on your heel. You do point to the corner. You go forward and pick up your heel, then your toe, and open your hip and put your foot back down. Okay, so that's how you open it, not just open it with by turning it. Then you step, and then up to down. Okay, so you need to step in a better. Maybe you might have to move your foot to end up with a good bow stance. All right, a little bit, move it. All right, so one is go forward and step. 2, up and shifting left, turning, close your right foot, bow stance, and plant the incense. Good.
So is my body facing the corner now?
Yeah. Yeah, your body points to the corner, you're looking to the corner, your arms are to the corner. Okay, the other name for this is mythological, and it is, I forget how you say it. I think it's just the pole that separates heaven from earth, I think is basically the name of it. Okay, if you remember when the earth is created, while they're like working on earth, they need to keep heaven up there. So, so they put some poles up, maybe, I don't know how many, but maybe just one. And it's really big and it's able to keep it separated, right? Then they finish everything and they hold up heaven better, I guess, and they could take it down. Then they take that pole down and they put it in the ocean. Well, maybe this is not the mythologic part, but this is where the Monkey King, Journey to the West, they take that and they put it down and they store it down there, and then some dragon owns it basically. But nobody can move it because it's so heavy. But the Monkey King can move it, and he can make it a bit smaller and bigger, right? So it's really big, and big, you know, when it's holding up heaven and earth. Then it gets small and it's down there. It kind of looks just like a staff, okay? But he can make it big and small, and he makes it the size of a toothpick and puts it in his ear. All right, that's how he keeps it with him. Okay, so that's the I don't know if they call it the pole separating heaven and earth. Okay. You know that story, Rita?
I know the story of the Monkey King having it like the size of a toothpick and putting it behind his ear.
Yeah.
But
That's the needle at sea bottom. All right.
that's a needle at sea bottom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he doesn't call it a toothpick, but it's a needle that he puts in his ear. Okay, he makes it small,
Yeah.
it's like a needle. All right, so that's the needle at sea bottom also. Okay, so that's in there. It's like, I guess that's not mythology. That book is not that old. Yes, it's not thousands of years old. It's
No,
like 500 years old or something.
No, it's The Journey to the West.
Yes, that's a very old Chinese book. Maybe the oldest one. I'm not sure, but that doesn't make, you know, it's not like from thousands of years ago. It's still, I haven't finished reading it. I bought it. Master Yang had a things to read reading list, and there were like 3 or 4 stories, and I bought them. I think I just got 3 of them, and they all come like 3-volume sets, and they're pretty big. So altogether, it's like this much, you know, a book to read. You know, I don't know how many pages it is altogether, but you know, it's a 3-volume set, each of those stories. I will say that if you were interested in the Journey to the West, I don't know why you should be, but some of these things come from Journey to the West. And then there is I think it might be called Monkey. Somebody took that story, and it's been translated to English, obviously, I cannot read Chinese. And they took that and then they like condensed it to like just be like the more important. What do they do on their Journey to the West? If you have seen them before, it's the Monkey King and the guy who's a monk, and a pig, a spirit, and a horse, and they're all, you know, basically most of them are spirits turned in, basically being punished on Earth, to have to live on Earth because they've been bad, right? So the pig and the horse used to be I don't know, some kind of dragon spirit or snake spirit or something like that. So, and another thing, what was the other one? Sand something or other. So anyway, there's like 4 humanoid type of things and a horse, and they're going, and they keep meeting demons on their way, trying to stop them, basically because the monk is so pure. Then if you ate him, you could live forever, basically. So they all want to like capture them and then eat the monk. And so he's been defended all the way across, and all the stories are a little bit different, but in a way it's kind of, and there's a lot of poems about it. It's pretty interesting and fun, I guess. And they made a series about it, video series, 2 or 3 of them or something, that you might be able to find and download and watch some of it, but not all of it, because it's just a huge, huge story. But anyway, so somebody took it and condensed it and put the best parts in it, and you still basically, it's the same thing. And so I haven't gotten that one. I would be finished by now, but that one might be worth more reading than the slog of the other one. Just goes on and on. And the poems are nice, you know. After a while, it's just kind of repetition. They're all different, but it's a poem about how they met and how they fought, and there's a lot of battles going on and stuff. Anyway, Chinese, popular Chinese stories. So anyway, let's try this one. I'm sorry. So from here, forward and step, and then up and plant the incense.
Question. What kind of energy is this? It's like the rhino.
The energy, I mean, the applications, I just look at the video. The application is, I think, putting this here to block. So like the big heavy pole, you know, between heaven and earth, it's gonna not move, all right? So you put it there, I guess somebody's coming in to get you, you just got something there that they're gonna hit that instead, okay? So I don't think you're not attacking with it, you're putting it there and then they hit it, okay? So it's blocking them from getting you with their weapon. Okay, but it is just up and I don't know what you call this, down. It's like pushing it down.
To me, I don't know. I haven't heard this from Master Yang. It's my thought. And I think it's like dragging, like drawing. When you do this one, right? Stallion, raining stallion, something like that. But here, but I feel it like that, but I don't see it as an application. So, but it makes more sense, like you say, like it's blocking.
We do have, okay, so we do have the sword techniques, and I'm not very well versed. There's like a lot of them. There's like, I forget, 10 or 13 or something of them. And so I don't think about them that much. Okay, so I talk about the application. So this from here going up, that's like deflecting. And this part is just pushing down. That might have a name for that technique, right? Like this has a technique, this one. This is hanging here to here. That's something coming here, that's deflecting this way. And I think the name is, that technique is hanging, because your sword hangs down and then you follow. So each of those things has using your tip, that's cutting, there's a chopping, there's thrusting, there's slicing. But see, that's only like 5 or something. So I understand, I know those, I know there's more, and I'd have to look. I think they're described in one of the journals. Like when he started to teach the sword in the journals, he described, I think, all those techniques. So I should go back and look, and you guys can look, all right?
Yeah.
And I will say, well, you can all get to them on the website, I'm pretty sure. So if I will say, just for your information, if it's easier for you, if you look on yangfengtaichi.com/journals, the first, I think, 50 journals are there, all in just PDF format, and that might be easier. We don't have index, what do you call it? Index of content index or something. We don't have something where you can look it up and it'll tell you what journal to find it in, unfortunately. But if you look up there doing the hand form, you're too early. Or you have to keep going past there. And then if I don't know which one goes first, the saber or the sword. I think that all of the movements have been put into the journals now. So you should be able to find them. And he talks about them in a simple way. Okay, so anyway, we put it there. We haven't put it on the main website to point anybody at it for some reason. That's available to the public. So if you have anybody that is not a member, they can still read the articles and stuff for the first like 50 of them or something. Okay, not the last couple of years, but all the ones before that.
Do they have them in print anymore?
Do they do what?
They don't do it in print anymore?
No.
No.
That's too bad.
Yeah. But it was kind of a big job getting it printed and then getting them shipped, and so I mean there was a lot of work involved in it. So I understand why. And it would be nice. I mean, if you have the PDF, you could print it yourself and put it in a binder or something for yourself. You could even send it someplace that will put it in a little booklet, but I don't think it's that cheap. So I think those maybe it was costing like $5 an issue or something to print and send them to people. Mailing is really, really expensive. So yeah, so they cut that out. So that's too bad. But the content is still there, and you can print things. I will say there was one issue, might have been the anniversary issue, and that cost me, because I had to like be involved with proofreading and things, and unfortunately, the way that they did it caused my printer to break because I have a laser printer, and they put so much color. They made black instead of just saying make this black. They made it all the 3 colors, one on top of each other.
The red cover.
Oh, no, it was, there was a band at the top of one of the pages. And they, instead of just saying this is black, they said that's, it's like, well, the three colors, magenta, cyan, and yellow, and maybe black too. But all three on top of each other, that's how you get black. All those three together give you black. So he did that way, and that put so much material on my page that it stuck to the thing that moves the paper around inside. And then the next time I printed another, it stuck, I had multiple pages in there, and I had it fixed once, and the very next thing I did was print it again and do it again. And so that was an expensive. So printing it, you might have to be careful. That's my thing right there. You might want to be careful if you have a laser printer. If that bar had been on the bottom instead of the top, it would not have been a problem, because it wraps around this thing, and then it like has a little whatever to catch the page and bring it up. But it was like so stuck to it that it couldn't get it, and it just wrapped all up. Anyway, okay. Okay, well, let's see you put these together. All right, so let's see, we'll do it from here. Okay, from the step back, falling flowers, left foot forward. We'll do left foot forward this time. Then Fair Lady Work Shuttles. Then White Tiger swings his tail. Then Tiger covers head. Then Fish jumps over the Dragon Gate. Then Dragon wraps around the pole. Then Incense for heaven. Okay? Okay, so on your own, most of you can do it on your own. If Alan can do it too, then we don't need to do it step by step. I'll watch you try to feel them, how they flow one into the next. Bigger, Alan. Protect your ceiling, though, I guess. Then good. And again, that's higher. Okay, so it has to go high, up, down. Okay, up and then down. So up, down. Maybe not as high as the deflecting up, but still, higher than the top of your head, probably, and then down. Is he watching? Okay. Okay, so Kelly's good. What's she watching? When you thrust, make sure you end up in a good bow stance. At the end, Rita, keep your heel on the ground when you thrust down. So when you step, and then you step off your bow stance, that should be a standard length, okay? That's not longer. So standard length, thrust, and your whole back foot is on the ground. Don't twist it because your heel's not really on the ground.
Okay. Right?
Circle up the left arm, Rita.
Down and up.
Down and up. There you go.
So Rita, look at me. So here, Rita.
Yeah.
Here. Open, up, and come together, down, and then here still. Follow up. Then step and open. Okay, and then step again. Okay, so don't just come partly up and like in the front. It needs to go, so it doesn't go here and like this. It needs to go like this. They come together and step and then opening and thrust.
Okay. Okay, so, here. Let's see.
Okay. All right, any questions? Any last questions? Keep your, after the second, the right-handed dragon wrap around the pole, keep it pointed forward all the way. No. Rita,
No.
no. Once you
Keep
go up and keep
Okay, here.
down and up, and then drop it. Don't point it back. Okay, and drop it now to your hip. Keep it pointed forward. There you go. And then thrust out. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Well, thanks everybody. And next time we'll finish it. Okay. And then after that, I guess we'll have a few weeks of going through kind of watching you do a little section and then talking about any questions you have. And we'll go through that one time through, and then we'll be done. Okay. And I don't know, Kelly, you're still doing your, what are you doing? You're doing saber only
Sword.
practice? Or you do sword practice?
Sword only. So sword only at 6 on Mondays.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah. So are you gonna do saber after? Are you gonna cycle through again and start saber after?
Well, I think we will do the saber next. I don't know if we'll start right up with it. Who wants to start right up with it? And who wants to take a break? We've been going kind of straight for a long time.
Why don't you break for the summer, Michael?
Break. So Nancy suggests breaking till when? October?
September.
What?
September.
Start in September?
Yeah.
Well, I think we should at least break all of August since Kelly's not going to be here in August.
No, really?
Oh my
Kelly's going?
gosh, Kelly.
Oh. Well, yeah, we do want to wait for Kelly to come back, I think.
Like
My
totally.
mom's birthday. I gotta go.
She's
I only
finally-
turned 85 once.
Okay. All right, so we'll try to finish it up then, or you know what? And you guys we'll practice and we'll go through the form, multiple movements at a time, kind of quickly. See, that might take us into August. I don't know. So we'll try to finish in July and have August off. Okay, we'll try that. But if you need to take time off or you want to, when nobody's here, I'll just go home early. Okay, so if nobody comes,
You're already home.
it's okay. I'm used to that. Okay. All right. So thanks very much, and see you again next week.
Happy 4th of July, everybody. Be safe.
Thank you.
Oh,
Okay.
happy 4th. Thank
Happy
you.
Fourth.